James, put it there. Bloody good doing business with you.
Bloody good doing business with you. Oh, ow.
I love this bloody guy.
See you in Brunei, Jago. The Sultan's expecting you. Your people can start work on the palace extension any time.
And don't forget the sunscreen.
I told you, they're all bloody bonkers.
See you, chaps.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
I can't believe they fell for it.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Right then, let's get this place back to how it was. Sean, mantelpiece.
I mean, those blokes were dim. That was like taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, I never really saw the job satisfaction in taking the candy from a baby.
Or the fun.
Fun?
Yeah, well, it's no fun when they're that thick, is it? I mean, it bloody spoils it.
Henry and Darlow solicitors.
Yes.
Only there was no one on reception.
Well, that's because we're in here.
Spring cleaning.
So what can we do for you?
I need an injunction fast. I run this youth club like a drop-in centre for problem kids. In 4 days, it's going to be levelled.
That's not really our field.
You see, this club, it's in a disused church, a listed building. Now, some speculator buys it, says he's going to knock it down.
Yeah, it's terrible. But to tell the truth, we're more
Work-related
divorce
injuries.
based.
Yeah, I get you, mate. Just like all the other law firms we've been talking to. Afraid to take on the big boys, right?
That's us, typical law firm. So, if you're ever injured by your ex-wife, give us a call. Yellow pages out there, you can find another.
Wait. We may be able to help.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, we ain't got time for maybe. I mean, which is it? You gonna take the case or not?
Listen, I survived out there long enough to learn one thing. Kids that go down drop-in centres are scary.
You think there's a mark in it?
Not sure. I think we should go down to his youth club, The Pulse. Hear some more.
Couldn't it?
Couldn't hurt. It's in Poplar.
Sounds fascinatingly urban. Let me know how it goes.
You know, we've got 4 or 5 pool tables, music. Jalen? Jake? Yeah. We've got arts and crafts here. Once a week, we have a creative writers' workshops. And if they want to, the kids can hang their stuff up on the lines or on the boards. We were looking for a yoga teacher, but we couldn't really... Yeah, I see that look a lot. And then I show people the offending rates for our club users. 1/3 the average for inner cities. I mean, these kids can't...
That's some pretty good stuff.
Yeah. Who'd have thought so many things rhyme with Glock 9mm?
We try to get them to express themselves in different ways. And maybe they can resolve issues without violence.
You're making fun of my poem.
No. Is that your poem? No. If anything I was saying, it was interesting.
Shanice.
Can I just get it?
Don't make fun of my poem.
Shanice.
How did he get by on the strings?
We had a lot of help.
Shanice, just do the breathing thing, Shanice, OK?
She's crazy. Of course, you know what the real problem is?
Can we leave soon?
Lack of discipline. These kids have never done a decent day's work in their life. Hard manual labour, that's what they need.
Is that what you did when you were there, Rajesh?
Not a stroke, and look how I turned out.
Sorry about that. Shanice is making real progress in her anger management. Look, guys, we thought we were set. Listed building, nobody would touch it. Even when the lease ran out and the council put the place up for sale, we weren't worried. Then we find out that they sell the place to some speculator.
Oh, dear.
They said our check got lost in the system. 2 weeks after that, the listing's lifted. Now, come on, that's got to be dodgy, right?
How come you never gone public about this?
Well, I was going to. I had a campaign organised and everything. Our local MP, Rona Christie, she convinced me to call it off. Said she'd find us another building. Everyone would be happy.
And?
She stopped returning our calls. That was the last we heard from her.
Well, I say we help them.
You must be joking. That place does not need saving. It needs an electric fence put round it to keep the kids in.
When you listening? Politicians, speculators, dodgy property deals?
Sounds like a gift from the grifting god.
Seriously, Al, but there was this one girl.
Yeah, but this speculator, I mean, he wouldn't have bought a listed building on a hunch, would he? He must have known that he could get the listing lifted.
Who tell him? That's insider dealing. It's the kind of thing you can get locked up for.
Maybe the same person that persuaded Lenny to drop their campaign.
The MP?
Research?
Research.
What?
Thank you.
Sorry? Do you know what you can do with sorry? Get a cardboard box, put sorry in there, then go to your desk and put the rest of your crap in there with it and get out of my office.
Rona Christie, career politician. Took a marginal seat, promising to speak up for the man and woman in the street. 4 years on, she's someone of influence in the construction industry. Christie's a key member of the team behind the Minister for Urban Development. Her job's to streamline the regulatory process and accelerate economic growth.
What's that?
She picks the projects to fast track, then she makes them happen. It means that she can bypass planners, environmentalists.
That's a lot of influence.
Well, that's probably why she's got every construction bigwig in the country falling over her.
And she uses that influence to help them put up their new buildings.
Or better still, it lets them tear down the old ones. If they've got a listed building on a site they own, it means they can't develop. That's why Christie is a fairy godmother.
With a wave of her wand, she turns worthless property into prime real estate.
And you think she delisted the Pulse?
Well, she was in the room when it happened.
Yeah, but that doesn't prove...
No, she's right. Christie's not stupid.
Well, she's not going to leave evidence lying around, is she?
Yeah, well, if she is taking bungs, then the question is, how do they get the money from the developer to her?
Brown envelopes.
No, not these days. It's too risky. MPs know that the bloke with the brown envelope's got a chance of being an undercover journalist. Developers can't expose themselves either. They've got to account for their outgoings.
All right, fine. We give up. How?
No idea. I've drawn a blank. However Christie is covering her tracks, she's very good at it. The only way we're going to find out how she does her deals is to offer her one. If she's dodgy, we'll find out.
Yes. Yes, general election's not far off. She's got to be looking for one last big payday.
Well, first we find a property developer, borrow their identity, make Christie believe they're offering bungs for quick delistings. Then we get ourselves into the developer's place of business and close the deal.
That's all.
No, not quite. Before that, we have to get someone into Christie's office.
Sadly, her and her researcher have had a parting of the ways. Apparently, she goes through them at the rate of one a week. Chews them up, spits them out.
So who do we know that's bite-sized?
Huh?
We would like you to apply for the post of researcher.
Me? Why me?
Because you have an impressive ability to absorb and apply new information.
And you're the only one of us who could pass for some spod straight out of uni.
But I don't know anything about politics.
That's all right. Picked you up some background reading.
It'll be a long afternoon.
Make sure you get your head round those by the morning. Got to get the details right.
Wouldn't want you getting spat out too soon.
Eddies, anyone?
Yeah, lovely. What a lovely idea that is.
Don't work too hard.
The demolition men get to work on the Pulse on Friday, right? That's in 3 days. So even if this all comes off and we work out how Christie's making money and how we con her and all of that, how does that save the Pulse?
After we've exposed Christie, right? everyone will see that the deal's not kosher.
Yeah, but by then it'll be too late. Bulldozers would have flattened it.
Oh, don't worry. We'll think of something.
Lady in question.
This policy initiative is about choice. It's about empowering communities, which is something I'm passionate about.
Doesn't seem so bad.
You wait till the cameras go off.
OK, here's a list of 30 of the biggest London-based property developers. Albert, you've got to be one of these people.
There's a lot of aristos.
Funny that.
How's your toff, Albert?
Not bad if I do say so myself.
What about this guy here, Dave McCasker? He's Glaswegian. Do you gobbles?
I hardly began the name of a Scot or an Air Scot myself. Oh, yes, Darren Black, a Cockney. Right, mate, Darren Black, Cockney, hell.
Oh, look at... Sorry. Right, here. J.J. Kane, billionaire.
There's no images coming up.
No, says he's a camera shy, likes to keep himself to himself.
So Christie won't have met him or know what he looks like.
But she'll know who he is, though. Big name in property like that. Now, if we could convince Christie that someone like J.J. Kane would occasionally take the odd shady deal, be a great relationship for her to foster.
And, sorry, no offence, Albert, but he qualifies for a bus pass.
Oh, look at that. It says here that he also happens to be American.
I still like to try my Cockney. We'll give her an old punt.
J.J. Kane.
J.J. Kane.
Albert's J.J. Kane, big property developer, your godfather.
Got it. Looks like I got a new godfather.
What it's not about, Peter, is, and I make no apology for this, what it's not about is top-down handouts and dependency culture.
Nervous?
No.
Thought you might be nervous. Corridors of power and all that.
Well, the thing you got to grasp is the electorate's got the welfare and service expectations of a Scandinavian social democracy, coupled with a low tolerance for taxation levels that stray above 25%. Once you got that, it's a piece of piss.
CV.
First from Cambridge.
Well, I told you all that hard work and dedication would pay off, didn't I?
What if she follows up the references?
Check the telephone numbers.
They're all yours.
Barrington, fine fellow. Good head on his shoulders. Play golf with his father. He's a fine fellow, too.
Fine.
You sure you're not nervous? Only your CV's shaking a bit.
All right, yeah, I might be a little bit. You must have been nervous your first time.
Yeah, I was, yeah. But luckily, I had Albert with me. He did something, took my mind off it.
Yeah? What'd he do?
Stabbed on my foot. I was fine after that.
Miss Christie, can I have a word?
How can I help?
Well, I followed your career very closely. In fact, you're one of my favourite parliamentarians. Top 5. Scrap that. Top 3.
And what do you want?
A job as a researcher. Sorry, I should have said that. Look, if you just take a look at my CV...
Already got a pile of those in my office. They block the light out.
Well, that's why I thought I'd approach you directly.
We'll make a positive face-to-face impression. You still think that was a good idea, do you?
I took a first in politics from...
Now he's reciting his CV to me.
I've submitted several papers to leading
Boring.
think tanks. Look, I'm dedicated, proactive, ambitious...
Don't forget boring.
I did a 2-year MA.
Goodbye.
Then I finished my MA, after which I served a 6-month internship at Kane Holdings.
Kane Holdings? How did you swing that one?
Wasn't very difficult. JJ's my godfather. He's good friends with my...
Follow me. 2 steps behind. I get in at 8 and leave between 10 and midnight. You're here when I arrive and after I go home. When you're not here, you're on call 24 hours, 7 days a week. That's your desk. Positions unpaid.
Sounds very fair.
It's not supposed to.
I'm in.
Nice one.
Bride and groom only, please.
Hold on.
Big smiles. Lovely.
Sorry I have to postpone the honeymoon, my dear, but that's a business I have to take care of in the country.
I'm sending through her diary now.
come in handy.
She's horrible.
It's only for a few days.
A few days is a long time in politics, OK? Yep. No, JJ, she's not that kind of MP. Yeah. Look, I have to go now, OK? All right, bye.
I need a 2-page précis of this lot within the hour.
Sure. Sorry about that. It was JJ. He got kind of excited when he found out who I was working for. He's a great guy, but a bit old school in his business practices, if you know what I mean.
That sounds like a character. Oh, and one more personal call and you're fired.
If you so much as move another inch, I'll blow your head off your shoulders.
Miriam, is there any way to greet an old friend?
Albert? I've got to get a new prescription for these things. I might have shot you where you stand. Now, what can I do for you?
You all right? Get this. I've just done a 12-hour day at work, yeah? What does she go and do? She's giving me homework. Work to do at home after work.
No, it's true, and it's making
So if I had to guess, I'd say those two were...
No, I don't.
But what? How old are they?
Not very old. When that's the point, do you stop appreciating the expertise with the bride?
You all right?
And he gets been...
Sean?
Hi. How was a cutthroat world of political intrigue?
Brilliant, yeah. I thought you could go over the breakdown of the con for me as soon as I wasn't around.
Yeah, good idea. Have a seat.
Just gonna get a drink.
Well, Albert will play J.J. Kane, your godfather.
Yeah.
And Emma will play Georgia, his wife. We're just working out how to get into Kane's office. I'll be their personal lawyer.
Meaning you're in the office with Emma?
And Albert.
That's funny, that. You and Emma working the inside again. Seems to break down that way a lot, doesn't it, Mick? Only this time you got me putting in 25-hour days as Christie's personal punchbag. It's worked out nice for you.
That's not why...
But I see what's going on.
Do you mind telling me what it is?
You seem to be arranging it so you can spend all of your time alone with Emma.
Am I?
Look, I'm not messing around, Mick, OK? It's my sister we're talking about here.
This might be the most old-fashioned conversation I've ever had.
I've seen the way you look at her, all right? I'm just warning you. Keep your distance. You know, you two get together, fine. You have your little workplace romance, whatever. That comes to an end. And you're OK to pick up where you left off, but she's not. She needs this and she can't afford for it to go wrong for her, all right? And don't do that stupid, smirky thing.
I'm not. I'm smiling. Genuinely. I think it's admirable you looking out for her like that. Sean, I give you my word, I will always behave honorably toward your sister.
Yeah, we'll see, won't we, Mick?
Michelle May.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, tell me about it. Listen, travel company says you have to have these as early as possible if you're going to make the flight.
Flight. 2-day city break in Madrid.
Madrid? Oh, party town.
For 2. Yeah, I didn't book a city break to Madrid.
Well, tickets are in your name. Look, I'll tell you what. These travel companies are always screwing up. If you don't say anything, then I won't say anything. Only you got 2 hours to catch that plane.
Cheers. Shivery, yeah. Pains in my bones. Don't know how I'm gonna feel tomorrow either, if I'm honest. Thanks, Troy. Gatwick, fast.
Are you sure you can get the position?
It's a guy in charge, isn't it?
Lovely to meet you, Troy.
I don't understand how you got here so fast. Our regular office assistant only just rang in sick.
Well, we're not called quickie temps for nothing. Sorry, is it hot in here or is it me? Don't say both. I'm just gonna...
We do need somebody. However, I'm not sure you're suitable.
Ooh, shoes.
Excuse me?
Prada loafers, very nice.
Thank you. Christie and Proposals.
Oh, what is that? Is that jasmine?
You like?
I adore.
This godfather of yours. Get me a meeting.
Okay. Only
What?
he doesn't really do meetings.
Get me the meeting or find a new job.
Right.
What now?
Is that going to count as a personal call? Can I just say, this has not been easy to set up. That's him, Alex Cooper, Kane's lawyer. Everything goes through Alex. JJ said we can have 5 minutes.
Why is he talking to Hugh Cannon?
Thought I recognized the face. I'm sorry for coming up to you like this.
Hugh Cannon, the shadow...
Development secretary.
bastard.
Is there a way I could make some sort of contribution to party funds? I mean, nothing massive, just a couple of 100,000.
He's probably putting out feelers in case there's a change of government.
Government?
Sorry. JJ does always say how property's a long-term business.
I'm in printing for my sins. So hence all this bump. Please, ignore.
That's city side. JJ's biggest project. 30 acres of retail and living complex. JJ's always banging on about it. We'll make millions, my boy. Only problem is there's a bunch of listed buildings on the site.
Well, look, I'll be in touch. Be wonderful to do business with you.
Actually, thinking about it, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Shut up.
Afternoon.
Hi, Alex. This is...
Rona Christie, MP.
Yes, JJ mentioned you.
I work very closely with the Minister for Urban Development. My department's always keen to explore sites with the potential for regeneration. Let me know if Mr. Kane feels a meeting would be mutually beneficial.
Yes, of course. I will do that.
This city-side development
But I thought we were going to forget about
will
that.
create hundreds of jobs, bring huge benefits to the surrounding area. It's my brief to make things like this happen.
I'm not sure JJ's someone you want to get too
They're
deep.
already approaching the opposition. I need to move fast. This development should be a feather in our cap, not the Tories. Brief me on Kane. Everything you know.
Tough day at the office?
I don't know how people do it. Thank you.
So, when do we go in?
There is a window of 43 minutes.
Sounds specific.
It is. Troy told me.
Troy?
Now, according to Troy, old man Kane is a creature of strict routine. He stays up late with the global market, so he doesn't get into the office till 10. On the dot, always.
Morning, Mr. Kane.
He's not a big people person. He reads the financial papers and talks to his overseas brokers for precisely 182 minutes.
Afternoon, Mr. Kane.
At 1:02, he comes out again. And he's back in his people carrier by 1:10. By 1:17, he's tucking into a bowl of French onion soup. It's the same soup every day.
How do you know what soup he has?
Nice lunch, Mr. Kane.
Get me New York.
Breath.
I do appreciate a strict routine.
We have to get into his offices, take a meeting as JJ Kane, convince Christie to buy into the deal, and be out again before anyone notices.
Do you think we could do it in the time?
Let's give it a go.
You're looking very groomed.
I've got an interview later for a permanent job.
Oh,
I know.
don't go. Morning, Mr. Kane.
Should I call someone?
We'll send our best man.
Enjoy your lunch, Mr. Kane.
They said to take this up to Kane Holdings.
Send him up.
Fifth floor.
Fifth floor. Cheers. Dentist, fourth floor.
I've got an interview with Kane Holdings in about 5 minutes. Sorry. Could I use your bathroom, please? I'm a little bit nervous.
Sure, 3 to the left.
Thanks.
I have a 1:20 dental appointment.
Troy McCabe? Speaking. Flat 2, 194, Cumberland Grove.
That's correct.
I'm afraid there's been a small blaze at that address, sir. Yeah, it seems someone left a lit candle unattended.
Oh, my God.
Don't alarm yourself, don't alarm yourself. We've got it all under control. Most of the damage was to a huge pile of what appear to be interior design magazines.
The El Decos. Take over.
To come down.
Mr. Kane. No, Troy had to step out for a moment, I'm afraid. Something about his house burning down.
Yeah, oh, you're coming back?
Oh, that soon. Well, yes, certainly, Mr. Kane. I'll go and greet them, shall I? Right, out by 2, remember?
I'll bear that in mind. Miss Christie, so pleased we could do this. May I introduce Georgia Kane, JJ's
Hey.
wife?
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
JJ was so eager to meet with you that he cancelled lunch. That's unheard of.
Alex said you made an excellent first impression. Everything goes through Alex.
Valentine's Day 2006. That was the happiest day of my life.
How did you two meet?
Well, Alex introduced us, and it was love at first sight.
Charming story.
Isn't she precious, though?
Utterly.
And you should see her in a swimsuit.
Oh,
huh?
JJ.
Oh, come on now. Miss Christie's not the shockable type. Are you, Miss Christie?
Not at all.
Perhaps we should get straight down to business. Well, for Kane Holdings in the coming financial year...
May I share with you the secret of my success, Miss Christie? As they say, cut to the chase, huh?
JJ.
Alex, it's all right. I've got a feeling about this one. Kane Holdings has got a big development in the pipeline, city side. But in order to finance this development, we need money. And that's where you come in, Miss Christie. I'm selling land to raise capital, lots of it. But there's this one site I don't like. It gives me nightmares. Somebody put a little warehouse on it.
It's a listed building.
Means you can't knock it down and realize the full value of the land. Maybe we could make this listing go away, Miss Christie.
JJ, as your lawyer, I'm advising extreme caution.
Applications on delistings are considered for their social and economic merit.
I see. Well, suppose somebody put £50,000 in your personal account. Would that rate as economic merit?
If you'd like to make a legitimate case for a delisting, I recommend you use the legitimate route, Mr. Kane.
I warned you.
In the circumstance, I think it inappropriate for me to pursue this conversation.
Well, don't rush off. You just got here.
We're so sorry.
Well, if you change your mind, you got Alex's telephone number. Just give a call.
I think Ash is right. She's very good at covering her tracks.
Or we're barking up the wrong tree, and Christie's straight after all.
Alex Cooper?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Kane, please, about a warehouse that's given him problems.
Or not?
His name is Jonas Proctor. And he very kindly offered to buy my warehouse.
Of course. Of course. Jonas Proctor. High-flying property speculator.
Oh, he doesn't look very high-flying to me.
Still, he's got a nose for a lucrative investment. Now, ask me that question again. How does Christie get her bungs from developers? Go on, ask me.
How does Christie get her bungs?
Legitimate business. Proctor offered to buy Kane's warehouse for 100 grand, right?
That's what he said, yeah.
With an option for Kane to buy back at 50% markup in the event of the warehouse being delisted.
Right again.
That's how she does it.
Right, so...
So, this Jonas bloke is Christie's front. Look, say Christie's out with one of her property developer friends, right? Developer has a horrible building he wants delisted. Christie says she'll look into the regeneration potential. Nothing indiscreet, keeps her hands clean.
Got it.
Next thing you know, this guy shows up.
Jonas Proctor.
In one. Jonas says, I believe you're the owner of a horrible listed building. Jonas offers him a few $100K for it. Now, everyone knows that it was Christie who gave Jonas the nod, but she's long gone. There is nothing to tie her to the deal. Now, this is a good bit. All the offers to buy come with an option to buy back a 50% markup if and when the building's delisted. Christie knows she can get the delisting. When it goes through, developer buys it back. Now there's no listed building on it. Site's worth millions.
The 50% is Christie's and Proctor's payment.
That's how she gets her buns. Case in point. Guess who the current owner of the Pulse is?
Proctor?
Yeah. Christie's office has delisted 70 buildings in the last 6 months. 8 of them belong to Jonas Proctor. Each for no more than 3 months. So far, he's sold on 7 after delisting, netting... a lot.
If Jonas is keen to buy, we should sell.
Told you there was a con in it. Easy money.
Mr. Proctor, J.J. Kane. Look, I'd like to take you up on your little offer.
Candy from a baby.
And now you're going to explain to me how all this saves the Pulse.
So that's your plan?
Well, I reckon you'll see results.
No land searches, title deeds, any of that stuff?
Well, I'm more hands-on sort of lawyer, you know. Come on, what are you frightened of? The shovels. They won't bite.
You don't seem like a very conventional lawyer to me.
No, that's me. Unconventional.
Who was it you studied again?
What, law? Well, you know. University of Life.
Oh, I knew it.
Formerly known as the Polytechnic of Hard Knocks.
I don't believe this. I've got one day to save this centre, and my lawyers aren't even lawyers. What am I going to tell these kids?
Well, maybe you should tell them you went down the official route, it didn't work. Maybe you should tell them that's life. And while you're at it, maybe you should tell them to pick up a shovel.
So kind of you to agree to meet with me again, Miss Christie. I hope you forgave my earlier blunt approach.
The Minister agreed with my assessment. The warehouse site's a good candidate for fast-tracking. You can clear the site and start rebuilding within 6 months.
Commend your efficiency.
I'm sure the project will offer extensive benefits to the community. Why haven't you come to me about City Side? That's your largest scale project. That's what the capital's for. You've seen what I can do. I can delist anything on the site.
I'm afraid we already have some commitments on that score.
From Hugh Cannon.
Well, we thought it was wise to speak to Mr. Cannon since he may be assuming your responsibilities.
What if I told you I could get every listed building on that site delisted within a month?
I prevail upon you not to. And I'm so sorry you read too much into our arrangement. Time to say goodbye. My 6 o'clock. You may want to take your leave, ma'am. Jonas! I understand you want to buy an old warehouse, right? 100,000 pounds.
Nice, Greg.
Beautifully planned and ably executed.
Yeah, we should probably cash that. We close the account in a minute.
Phase 1 complete.
Nice lawyer, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Nice younger wife temporarily trapped in a loveless marriage of convenience.
I thought so.
You know that dinner we talked about?
Vaguely.
How does tonight sound?
This feels strange.
I think we've waited long enough, don't you?
I suppose.
It's so exciting to finally be getting our message across on regeneration as the way forward for our inner cities.
Oh, I agree. Would you excuse me for a moment, Minister? I've just seen a constituent I should greet.
Rona Christie's assistant.
I'm in the restaurant with the Minister. Get a camera down here now. Over here. Looks like Uncle JJ's trophy wife just stepped out of the trophy cabinet. Looks like it's going to be a productive night. Let's get these printed out and bring them back to me here.
Nice evening.
Yeah, not bad.
I found these. Reckon someone else has seen them and all.
Where's Sean?
I don't know. He's not in his room. He's not answering his phone either.
Where is he? Sean, listen.
I don't want to hear it, OK? If you don't need me anymore, then fine, I'm gone.
Let us explain.
You, don't even speak to me, OK? Because you made me a promise and you lied.
Sean, there is nothing between me and Mickey, all right? That was Georgia and Alex.
Yeah, right.
It was part of the con.
Look, I know what I saw, OK? You're out with your new boyfriend, celebrating how clever you are. Meanwhile, the woman we just stung is sitting 3 tables away. Well, bravo. You're not so clever anymore, are you?
Sean, she's wearing a ring.
What?
Emma is wearing Georgia's wedding ring. She's in character.
Details.
You weren't supposed to be there. It was for Christie to see.
We knew she was a hard taskmaster, but we didn't think she'd call you to bring her a camera.
No. No, the con was over. She already got that Jonas guy to give us the 100,000.
Yes, we'd got our money, but we had to think of a way to save the youth club. Candy from a baby.
And now you're going to explain to me how all of this helps the Pulse.
It doesn't.
Look, Sean, the con showed us how she operates, but we needed a new plan that would make Christie incriminate herself. Power.
What?
That's what Christie wants, that's what we give her. Makes her think she's in control. It's the only way she's going to drop her guard.
How are we going to do that?
Bait. You and I have to convince Christie that we are involved.
Gives her leverage.
And with that feeling of power, she will incriminate herself, and we'll use that to save the pulse. Where will Christie be tonight? Hello, yes, I'd like to make a reservation. Table for two, 7:30 p.m. this evening. Under the name of Alex Cooper. When she saw Georgia and Alex together, she felt that she had one over on us.
Did you see?
No.
Oh, for God's sake.
I know.
She had Georgia and Alex exactly where she wanted them.
It was part of the con.
It was part of the con.
You and Mickey were bait.
Yes, Sean, it was horrible.
So nothing actually.
Oh, God, no!
No, nothing.
Don't be upset.
Academia? Sean, you've made such an issue of me spending time with your sister.
It can be quite arsey, Sean.
Yes, scary.
I can jeopardize the con.
It was to get Christie.
Well, now that's completely cleared up.
Forever.
Oh, by the way, today's not your last day in Christie's office.
What?
Bulldozers are still due at 9:30. Could be worse. He could be shagging your sister.
Still can't believe I thought you two were,
Thanks for coming. I thought we'd be more comfortable meeting here. Away from JJ.
Yep. You can come up now.
Seems like everything really does go through Alex. These photographs could kill JJ. Though probably not before he made some amendments to his will. And I don't suppose they'd play very well in the divorce courts either. And I can't imagine what they'd do to your reputation as a personal lawyer.
All right, okay, what do you want? Money?
I do want money. Once the city side development goes ahead, it'll be worth millions. What I'm asking for is quite modest in comparison, 500,000.
There is no way we can give you that amount of money without JJ noticing.
Oh, I think you do a lot without JJ noticing.
We'd have to account for that kind of outgoing on our books.
Sell me a plot on the edge of the site, say 50,000. After Hugh Cannon's delisted it, you buy it back for 600. If JJ asks, tell him it was an oversight. There was a small leaseholder someone forgot to buy out.
Wait, 50,000 in exchange for 600,000? There's no way.
What about this situation gives you the impression you're in a position to negotiate?
Okay. Okay, say we did sell you a plot of land. You're an MP. You can't be seen to be mixed up in this kind of thing.
You're not actually thinking of letting her do this.
I don't think we have a choice.
Alex? No.
If JJ sees those photos, it's over. So, tell me, how do you give us that money without it being traceable back to you?
Same way I always do. Jonas wants to give you a bank draft of £50,000.
I don't understand.
He works for me, stupid. I tell Jonas what to buy, I delist it, he sells it, we split the profits, 80-20.
She just called me stupid.
I know. You should really tell your brother.
Your brother? Oh, get out. This meeting's private.
He works for me, stupid. I tell Jonas what to buy, I delist it, he sells, we split the profits, 80-20.
You really shouldn't talk about my sister like that.
Or confess to high-level corruption on tape.
You bugged my office.
Well, I told you I was proactive. 25 past.
You sure this is gonna work?
Works every time. Think it'll work?
I don't know, it was your idea.
You can't blackmail me with any of this. Bugging an MP's office, offering bribes to an elected official. If I go down, you do too.
Yes. Yes, probably. But the question you should be asking yourself really is, are we willing to run that risk in order to do the right thing?
That's called conviction politics.
Let's do it.
What do you want?
We want a property you told Jonas to buy. The Pulse. We'd like that, please.
I'm afraid you're too late. The bulldozer's going at 9:30.
We may have bought a little extra time there.
Good Lord! A natterjack toad.
I'm almost certain that's a protected species.
Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me, the 1994 conservation regulations make it a offence to kill, capture or disturb a protected species. I think.
Look, Miss Christie, my guess is you didn't go into politics to steal from your constituents. Might be that at some point you even wanted to help them, if you can remember that far back. So we would like to offer you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It's also an offence to damage or destroy the breeding site or resting ground of such an animal.
I can't imagine where the breeding grounds might be.
Stop the work. Stop the work and release the vehicle.
It worked. I can't believe it worked. Come on, wake up, Emma. Don't let it overflow. Sam, watch it with that fork, yeah?
Danny, here's the frogs.
They're not frogs, they're toads.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, don't worry. We'll think of something.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Only if you're thinking let's buy extra time by borrowing some endangered frogs from my friend Miriam.
Now, what can I do for you?
Looking for some frogs.
No frogs here. Got some toads, if you like. The old toad breeding scam, eh?
All right, guys. Watch out for the frogs. Don't step on the frogs. Toads. Don't step on the toads.
Let's do this. Okay.
My government is committed to fostering a business culture grounded in community responsibility. The Prime Minister, you may remember, has spoken about the need to revive a tradition of philanthropy in this country. And that's why it's so gratifying to be able to announce the gifting of this fine centre by Jonas Proctor to the community.
We just got our club back. Look, guys, thanks. What do I owe you?
We've covered our costs on this one.
£100,000.
Yeah, nice grift.
Yeah, once again, guys, thanks.
Yeah, you might be able to start those yoga lessons now.
What happened to short, sharp shocks, Ash?
Bollocks.
Are you becoming one of those do-gooding liberals?
I'm not saying anything without a lawyer present.
Well, I am.
Vicky told me what you said. Are you still looking out for your big sister?
Yeah, I am. I was thinking about this fake affair. Out of curiosity, whose idea was it?
Well, it's tricky, actually, to remember
brainstorming situation like that.
Oh, brainstorming. Right.
I think it's time.
Yeah, it's a good idea. We're probably a bad influence on these kids.
Well, is that Shanice coming over? She looks pretty angry.
Yeah, very funny.